Hey guys, I don't know if we're all out there. I don't have a cameraman and I'm kind of floating here. I think I hear my echo out there, so I know I'm live. So how you guys all doing? Welcome to Job Hunt Live Wednesdays. Hope you guys all had a great lunch. Gosh, I'm loud. Sorry, I was waiting for the pause. I could hear myself. I can hear myself talking down the hall and in here. So, like I said, I hope you guys have all had a wonderful day so far. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. I hope you guys have learned a lot of employment stuff today. Yeah, I'm gonna bring some folks in. Just I don't have anybody.
Oh, you can always call them too.
What's that?
You can always say their names if you want somebody specifically.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. I'm down for anybody.
Okay.
Sorry guys, just working out a few things there.
My bad. Poor director.
Well, we got a kind of an empty house here today, so we're making do. So guys, as we continue the job search and as we continue, I want to put out a reminder, actually, number one, on the job search front. Remember, if you want to come into my office and chat job stuff and do all that, I am totally down. I mean, it's my job. But also, too, I have business cards on my desk with my email, zweiss@vcdi.org. If you don't have my email or you have a hard time working with emails, ask an instructor. We have our emails here. They can help you write an email, send an email requesting some times you want to meet, just like we would anywhere else. We'll schedule a time. We'll get together and we'll do the work, okay? So just a reminder, like I said, zweiss@vcdi.org. The business cards are on my desk, so you're more than welcome to come by and grab one if you don't have a business card, all right? So just a reminder on that. And, I'd like to bring this up because a lot of us are going to start talking about it all the time here in the next week. The game of football. And, as much as I would love to sit here and talk about football, probably talk to you the next 4 hours about football. But the reality is I want to bring something up in football. It's called being teammates. It's called being a team player, right? And in the work field, we do this. We work in team-oriented fields, all right? And part of being a team is knowing our roles, accepting what we do, knowing what our tasks are, making sure we accomplish what we do at the same time. I mean, there is a fine balance. I mean, you want to get along with your team members and you want to have a good working relationship with them, but you also have to make sure you're accomplishing your work as well. And so there's a fine line sometimes between helping and not helping, And so I'd like to just kind of talk to you guys a little bit as I bring individuals in here and ask some scenarios and kind of see where we would go as a team to help out. I mean, remember, the ultimate goal in the end is team members. Communication is the utmost importance. It's a must. Without it, then you're not even a team. You can stand next to each other, but you're not even a team. Communication's number one. Number two is, like I said, definitely understanding your part and role in the team. The offensive lineman is an offensive lineman in football. He's not the quarterback, right? I mean, that's just the way it is. That's the position you were given. That's the position you play, right? And so we have to remember that as our roles sometimes. And then also, too, there are times that you might not be able to help somebody out because you have to finish what you're doing first, But there's appropriate ways to go about it. You don't have to be rude about it. You don't have to be upset about it. And good teammates find a way to make these things work out. Okay, guys? So like I said, I'm going to kind of draw you in here. We're going to talk about a little bit about teams and just kind of see where we're at. I mean, some of us maybe have played team sports before. Maybe some of us have worked on teams before or with teams. Some of us maybe done group work. These are all things that help us gain that relationship. And it's really important to learn that because I've talked about it over and over again in the work field. Most anybody can be taught a job. It's the fact, and I've said this over and over again, are you somebody they want to spend 6, 7, 8, 5 hours with? Are they somebody they want to work with? So you as a person, your personality, and how you are as a team member is very important. Sometimes more important than a little bit. You know, they can sometimes overlook certain things on your job if you're a good team member. So I'm not saying be lazy. I'm just saying sometimes if we don't have a skill, they're willing to teach you that skill. They're willing to train you because, like I said, a good person is something they're looking for. All right, so I have someone who requested to come on. She flew all the way to Texas, from Texas to California, just to be on this live show. We have her staying at the DoubleTree Hotel, thanks to our, come on up, Christina. Yeah, we book her at the Double Front, and are you enjoying your free vacation to Funworks?
Yes.
Yeah, we everybody who flies in from Texas, we give free vacation and a one-night room at the DoubleTree Hotel.
Except for you, Anthony. If you're watching, you get nothing.
Anthony. Oh.
Anthony.
Anthony. Hey, Anthony. All right.
He's not on. I'm just saying if he is watching, you get nothing.
Oh yeah, you don't get anything. So Christina, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Have you? Now I gotta ask if okay. So let's say you and I were on a team together. All right.
Yes.
And we're doing some work together, and all of a sudden, boss asked me. The boss came up and said, "Zach, I need you to go somewhere else." So I went somewhere else. I did my job. Boss came back over to you and found that you hadn't finished your job. What are you gonna do?
Get another coworker to help.
Okay, but that's yes. And how would you go about getting that coworker? Because what if they're all busy?
Get someone else to get a coworker.
Get somebody else to get a coworker. All right. So you would try to communicate your need and what you need to help accomplish this job. And that's actually okay. Communication is really good. I told you that's the number one thing. So communicating your need and is very important. Are you going to say, well, I would have finished it, but that Zach guy, he had to go do another job? Would you have said something like that?
No.
That's very nice of you, actually, because some folks will use those as excuses, and it's not an excuse. Unfortunately, you've got a task to do. The boss has asked for somebody else to do the task. You know, you're taking responsibility and trying to finish your job. So honestly, that's a really good answer. That's a really good answer. What are some things that you've done in your life where you've been part of a team?
I help other people with working skills, like be on the phones.
We help people on the phone, so
Yeah.
you've helped people in some of the trainings here?
Yes.
So you've helped out in that way?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Well, Christina, thanks for flying all the way from Texas.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You know,
anytime you want to.
I appreciate it. Enjoy Funworks. The go-karts, they're always great.
Golf.
And mini golf, yes. And take a few cuts at the batting cages.
Oh, I never go to batting cages.
Oh,
I get
okay.
hurt on balls.
Well, you don't stand in front of the ball.
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
they're pretty straight as long as you don't cross that line.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't stand on the home
Yeah.
plate thing.
Yeah.
Stand on the batter. All right, Christina, thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming. Thank you. Oh, good handshake. She didn't forget her handshake either. That was good. Thanks, Christina.
Welcome.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's important, you know. I mean, Christina first answer could have been, you know, I was doing fine until you took that Zach guy away. Could have been the first answer. But that's not, you know, that's not being part of a team. That's just shifting blame, shifting responsibility, and instead of just saying, yeah, you know what, it was a lot of work today. I didn't get it done. I tried to ask for some other help, but everybody was busy. So it happens. Next up, he's standing right here already, Brandon.
How are you doing today, sir?
Good. Have a seat, sir. Thank you. So, Brandon, I know you like getting out and doing stuff. What are some teams that you've been on that you consider teams?
Teams. I've been on bowling league teams.
Nice. Bowling league. That's important.
And I've also been on. I've been on volunteering teams like here at BCDI because.
Well, as your former coach of Special Olympics, you've also done softball. You've also done basketball.
I've done a little bit of
And you've done track.
handicap
Special Olympics.
little handicap little league. I've done a lot of soccer,
Yes.
bowling, and track and field.
Nice. Okay, so you've had experience on teams. When you're on a team, and somebody on your team does something that's not so good, what do you do? What do you do?
What I do is I tell one of my coaches that this person is causing a bad, evil trouble.
But what if they're not causing trouble? What if they're just having they struck out at the plate?
Well,
What
they
are you gonna do then?
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell them to wait until the ball comes to them so they can hit the ball and run to the first base if they can.
Okay, well, so you would kind of coach your team up. Now, sometimes team members don't like to be coached; they want to hear it from their bosses or their coach.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best thing I think we can do is pick them up. Like, hey, buddy, it's all right. How about next time?
Yeah.
Because we want to cheer each other on. Being part of a team, we all want to get to the same place, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he or she probably knows they need to hit the ball, right?
Yeah. Because I've been doing a lot of cheering lately for the teams and stuff. Because that's what I usually do every now and then.
Okay, awesome. Well, yeah, that's good too. Cheering on the teams, being there, being a backbone. That's always a good part to be on the. It's always good to have somebody who is doing that for you in the team. As your team, as a fellow team member. It's nice to know that there's other team members that definitely have your back, looking out for you, trying to take care of you, helping you out when you're in your slumps. Remember, slumps aren't just baseball. Slumps are life. Slumps are, just in general, you guys. We all fall into slumps here and there. So it's nice, this terminology we're using here is a baseball term, but slumps, we all need a little encouragement in a slump, let me tell you. And a lot of times when we're in a slump, we don't need a lot of coaching because we know what's going on. We're just in a slump. So definitely cheering your team on and doing that's very good.
Yeah.
All right.
I remembered when we were here at BCDI. I think I remembered way back in the past before COVID started. I believe Roxanne Kano and the group and the whole BCDI DIP program group took me to the Modesto Nuts game, and I was the one that was cheering right in front of the crowd.
That's awesome teamwork there, Brandon. But
Yeah,
hey,
there you
we
go.
want to get some other people on.
Get some other folks
Sure.
on. All right, thanks,
That's
Brandon.
good teamwork right there.
Yeah. Way
thanks.
to help the Nuts
Thanks a
get out
lot.
there and win that game, dude.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming on, Brandon.
You're welcome.
Now, go back to your baseball thing, Zach. I thought the way Kings handled is how they did in Major League 2. In the doubleheader.
The doubleheader? Hi, Lavelle, come on up. Welcome. So, Lavelle, I'm your team member, and I work with you, and, I come up to you and I ask you, hey, I just took $5 out of the register. Don't tell anybody. What do you do?
So you're basically telling me not to say anything?
I said, hey, Lavelle, I got $5. I'll give you $2.50 if you don't say anything. Giving you 50-50 cut, man.
I don't care how much money you have.
Good answer. Sometimes team members can become so comfortable with others, they can put you in an awkward spot
I don't care
where
about your money.
they're good. Those are all good answers. Should you maybe at that point tell them, it's probably not a good idea to steal?
It's wrong to steal.
It is. That's a good answer, and you should
How
tell
would
them.
you like if someone stole your money?
I'd say I'd just steal it back because I'm stealing right now. No, I'm just kidding. No.
That's called karma.
No, you are 100% right. She's right. If one of your team members puts you in a spot that is very awkward like that, it's okay to address them immediately. Now, if I were to continue taking that money and walked out the store, Lavelle would have every right at that point to go talk to the manager and say, I told him not to do it. They walked out the store with the $5 out of the till. Sometimes being a team, we still have to follow our rules, right?
Yeah.
And code of conduct, right? And just because we're friends doesn't mean you want to sacrifice your job because I'm doing something silly because we're, teammates, right? Or team members, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's important. Very important. Lavelle's 100% right. It's wrong. Don't do it.
Don't steal.
It's not worth $250 out of a $5.
Karma will come back to haunt you down.
Yes, the karma will come get you.
Yeah.
No, Lavelle, that was a great answer. I mean, you did everything right, and we do always want to remember that, unfortunately there are individuals out there that will do things in front of you sometimes that maybe they shouldn't do, and they think, they're cool, they're not going to say anything, and you need to establish that boundary with your team members right away.
I'll be able to get away with it. What's the worst that can happen?
There you go, exactly. So you want to be able to establish your communication with them right away and, say, hey, I'm just letting you know, boss isn't going to really like the way you're putting that stuff on the shelf right now.
Yeah, and there could be security cameras, so...
Well, there are. They're all over.
So it could be onto us.
Yeah, onto us. What, you're part of the game? You're part of the game now?
Uh-oh, I think she's the mastermind.
No, I
She's
think
the
it could be
mastermind.
onto you.
She just implemented herself into this game.
Oh,
Right
I see
on.
what it is. She's the mastermind. She's gonna get you busted,
But
and
she
she'll
gets
get
the
the
five.
award for stopping you, so she'll get money.
And then
Oh,
she'll
there you
get
go,
the
yeah.
$5.
Yeah, the security cameras are gonna be onto you.
Oh, yes, they will. And you know what? I'm watching out.
Yeah.
You've got...
Security cameras are snitches. It's like security cameras are snitching on us.
Well,
Snitches get stitches.
well, hey, I love it. That was great. That was classic. But in this case, it's worth getting the
It's worth
stitch
it.
because you're going to keep your job, and that lowlife Mr. Zach is going to get fired for taking $5. So good job, Lavelle. Thank you
you.
for coming on up. Thank you.
welcome.
And thanks for the laugh, too. That was good.
You're welcome.
Good. This next person who's coming on up,
Definitely need some stitches.
I still don't know who he is. He shows up every Wednesday. I think some other days he's here too.
Whether you like it or not.
You guys might know who he is. He says he's been here a long time. He waves to me when I go to the Modesto Nuts Stadium. I don't even know why.
I'm a phantom.
Yeah. So, but yeah, hey, guy that I don't know, how you doing?
Good.
Good. So you've been working, and I know something when it comes to you've been around the Modesto Nuts, and you work, and you guys can get really busy sometimes. Help me out. Why is communication so important, especially the way when I'm standing there as a person who's buying food because I love food, or I just steal your fries.
Yeah.
Which usually is the best bet.
Yeah.
I paid you back though. But but the thing I'm saying is you have your register in the front, and then you got that middle section, kind of the table.
That tiny section.
Yeah, and then you got the behind, right?
Yes.
So when you guys are in the middle of a
Right.
rush, how important is communication?
For instance, for that, it's like the most number one thing.
And now, are you guys yelling at each other, being mean to each other, or are you just, because I know you probably got to be a little loud, I mean, understandable. Sometimes you gotta, hey, I need those fries. You're not being mean to people. You're just getting it out there. But you got to be like, pretty direct with your conversation. Like, David, I need fries.
Yep.
Yeah. And do you take that personally?
Actually, no.
Because why? I'm just curious. Because it sounds like it's part of.
Because for me, there's a big, huge crowd. People want food, of course, and we have to get it. We have to get it done.
Exactly. So you're doing what the team needs to do.
Yeah.
And you're understanding that when someone's all, David, I need some fries, they're not yelling at you. They're trying to get fries so we can get this customer happy and gone, so you can get that next customer in there.
Yep.
And I'm sure too, like, you guys have a tight space back there.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys use a lot of communication when you guys are moving around each other?
Yep.
Now, what are some things you might say, like, because I know I used to work in restaurants, and sometimes when we would come through a door, we would say, door, or we would
we say that too.
or we would walk behind somebody, and I'd go,
We're behind you.
oh, see, so communication. So a lot like baseball, outfield.
Oh, yeah.
Outfielders communicate to get the ball, or they smash into each other.
Yep.
It happens all the time. If you guys weren't doing that, you guys would be throwing food on the floor and all sitting on your butts because you'd be knocking each other over and nothing would get done. That's awesome, David, actually, and that's a great example that you bring up.
Actually, more than dropping stuff on the floor, because it's so a tight space, it'll just get stuck.
Just get stuck. Yeah, David, if you haven't had an opportunity,
especially with the icy machine, it makes it even worse.
Oh wow, okay. So I think David brings up some good points here. It's obviously know your working space, right? No, I mean, you guys seen those baristas at Starbucks? I mean, they're all moving around each other, and that's a tiny little area there too. I mean, you put me in there, and it's like I'm like three of those.
And when
I'm like three of those little people that are there.
And when the floor gets sticky from the ice machine, I mean, it gets sticky.
David tried, stuff gets on the floor, so you got to watch your step. So, but the thing is the communication. It sounds like in so many ways is the most important thing. And actually, if you ever get an opportunity to go to Modesto Nuts game,
yeah, come say hi to me.
Come say hi to David. And stand off to the side and stare at him. And
like this one always does.
Like I do, and then just listen to the way they talk to each other, the way they communicate to each other. You're going. Don't feel bad for David. He's fine, and they say really nice things to him. No, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, you should do that. Or like when you're at Starbucks, I really do recommend. When you're sitting there ordering your latte and you're staring at the menu,
just listen.
Start listening and watch what's going on around you. See how people work with each other and communicate. It's important. David, I've seen you in action. You guys do a really good job there. I don't ever have any problems whenever I eat. But then again, as long as the food's there and it's hot, I'm pretty easy to satisfy. But no, you guys do a great job, and I do see you guys working and the communication, guys. Team. When we work as a team, communication. I'll say it 1,000 times. David, thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Whoops, I think I said his name. Man, my gig's
said
up.
my name.
My gig's up. I now know who he is. Sorry. This next gentleman coming up here.
I was supposed to be a phantom, Zach.
I know. Now you're a real person.
Now be a good team player and leave.
Oh, hey! What's up?
What's up?
Not much, man. How you doing?
All right, you?
I'm doing good. So, you're a big sports guy. So, you see how teams work, right? Do you think it's a good idea for the quarterback to yell at all of his receivers every time a bad play happens?
No.
No!
Your tablet on the ground like Tom Brady?
What's
It
that?
worked for Tom Brady.
What's that?
It worked for Tom Brady.
It worked.
Or you throw your tablet on the ground and smash it?
Smash it. So we're doing a little Tom Brady bashing, a little Tom Brady loving. But honestly, I think in moments it's okay to lose your cool because there are important moments that you don't want to mess up with. But at the same time, you want to have enough respect for them where you're not doing it all game long. Because somebody's not going to perform eventually. They're just going to shut down. You know, there's only so much. You know, there's got to be some corrective. And even in that hollering, I almost can guarantee it, just having played sports myself, even in all that hollering, I bet you there's a lot of coaching and communication going on between those two after they get done with the fun words. Then they start communicating. Because, you know, sports, and you got to remember, the workplace can be the same way. If you're working in a busy restaurant, Serge, or you're working in a busy coffee shop, you know, and it's really packed, you might, you know, like I was talking to David, you might holler and slip up once in a while, but it's just because the adrenaline and everything that's going on during the game. Do you think that's can be a part of it sometimes?
Yeah.
You know, people can lose their cool. Have you ever played sports?
Soccer.
Well, yeah, you were a soccer guy?
Yeah.
Now, when you guys played soccer, did you guys say, hey, way to miss that shot? Or did you say, hey, next time? You can get it next time. You got it. Did you encourage each other, or did you guys talk each other down?
We encourage each other.
Encourage? I didn't hear that, Sergio.
Encourage each other.
They encourage each other. Once again, encouragement. Teams pick each other up. You know, we're all in it together, and the outcome we all share, whether it's win or lose, right?
Yeah.
We all share that. So, Sergio, thank you, sir. And thanks for coming on up here and sharing your wisdom with us. And you look like you're half asleep there while you're staring at me right now. And I will let you go to your nap. Here you go. Thank you. We got to work on that handshake some. What do we got here? We got time for...
No, time for one more. We'll get you guys next time, okay?
All right, we got time for one more. Come on up, Mr. Logan. How are you today, sir?
Pretty good.
Good, pretty good. Pretty good to see you there, too. Good to see you. So, you just got done doing a lot of teamwork. You were helping out and doing some stuff for a church-related thing.
I was actually helping out at Habitat for Humanity Resource.
Nice. So, what are some of the things that you did that made you a good team member?
I had to focus and pay attention to what they need. I had to understand what they were telling me.
Now, did you ever ask for clarification?
Yeah, there was a lot of
Good,
there was sometimes
good.
where I had to.
No, that's good. That's okay, because a lot of us have the yeses.
Yeah.
We just agree with everything, and then we walk off and do it wrong, or we don't do
Yeah.
it. So good job, good job. So you communicated, and then did you shy away? Like, so if a customer walked in, did you go like the other direction and make Clayton, talk to the customer?
No.
No, because you saw the customer, and
Yeah.
that's like, hey, I'm here. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it. Nice, nice. So Logan had an opportunity to do some volunteer.
Well, it was more of the time when people wanted to help, because people would shy. Some people they didn't want my help, so they would say they didn't need help, or sometimes people would like come up to me right when I was working, and they would tell me like, "Hey, I need you. Hey, I need you to do that. I need you to do that cabinet. I need you to do that TV where I'm gonna be buying this."
Okay.
So then I would need to feed. There are a couple times I did ask them if they needed help, but they're like, "No, I never would turn around," or "No, if I need help, I'll ask you."
Now, if you didn't know what to do, though, what would you do?
Most of the time, we had to take pictures. Like if it was like in the other session, like at the old Habitat for Humanity Resource on Kearney, I would have to take pictures, and if I didn't know the prize and I didn't see the prize on it, they would tell us take pictures of it and show it to the cashier.
Oh, take it up to the cashier?
Yeah.
And but you communicated.
Yeah.
That was a form of communication. That there in that job, they just wanted to make sure you guys used
Like
the phone.
the kitchen, we had to be really fast, and plus when there was donation times, donations, we had to stop what we're doing at lunch. If we're on lunch and the donation bay, they want everybody to be on. They want everybody to know what they're doing and help with the donation bay.
Oh, so you guys all got together at that time?
Yeah.
As a team. So now, did you enjoy your experience as a team?
Yeah. I got,
Did you feel comfortable and good when you were working with the team?
yeah, yeah.
That's important, you guys. You want to feel good with the team that you're working with. There's always somebody in that team. Believe me, sometimes when we get started, we don't, we're shy. We don't really know who's the person who's gonna kind of help me out. So you do got to give it a few days for sure, a couple
Yeah.
weeks even. But as you slowly adjust into working there and being a part of that team, you're going to find other team members who understand what it's like to be a good team member, and they're going to reach out and they're going to help you out. Did you have people that reached out and helped you out when you first started?
No, some people show, like the manager.
Did you
showed
have
me
some
things.
people? Not-
I had some people who were nice and friendly. There
Perfect.
was another person with disabilities there, but he wasn't really nice to me because his line of, cause he had a developmental and his.
We're not. Yeah,
But
I don't want to
But
hear.
he was pretty cool.
I-
I like him.
Okay. So you had some good team members, and eventually someone did reach out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thanks for coming up and sharing your story.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Logan. So, guys, bottom line, it comes down to being a part of a team is, I've said it already a bunch of times, communication. We've heard it come up a lot in the few stories we've had. It's how we communicate to each other. Also to our actions, good team members, we support each other in other areas as well of work. We also, though, too, like I said, you have to understand that sometimes your work does have to come first. It doesn't make you necessarily a bad team member if you can't help somebody right away with a task because you have your own tasks to do. So, guys, remember all of that as you start going into the work field. You can practice it here, all right? Practice that communication, okay? Communicating is so important, you guys. If there's needs, that assertive communication training that you guys do, that assertive communication, it's so good because you're not yelling at somebody, you're just simply getting across what you need. Like my example, David, I need some fries. That's just assertive communication in the workplace. That's all that is. So, you guys, as we move forward with your employment, if you're not employed, and as you move forward, start thinking about it. Start understanding what teams and how teams work. Like I said, Clayton and I could go sit at a restaurant right now, and we could just start watching people, and we could figure out what kind of communication they have. Does that person get along with that person? You can see a lot based off body language as well and the way they talk to each other. So, guys, I recommend pay attention to some of this stuff, all right? Thanks for coming on and watching Job Hunt Live here on Wednesday. I appreciate you guys all being out there, and I appreciate all the
Who
guests.
names these things?
Yes, I know, these names. I would have called it work something. No, I'm just kidding.
Workamajiggy.
Workamajigs. Yeah, welcome to Workamajig Wednesday. I like that one, actually. We're changing it. Workamajig Wednesday. No, but hey, guys, have a great rest of your Wednesday, and thanks for everybody who got on, and have a good one, everybody. Bye now.